Welcome to the Brook, bearing clusters of truth with a splash of common sense.
Welcome to the Brook here on Canaan Radio. It is good to be back in the studio once again for episode number 3 here on the Brook on Canaan Radio. We're going to get into some introductions here. Brother David.
Good evening.
Good to have you with us. Why do you have your drink in a cup?
Because I'm supporting Canaan Radio.
With a slushie.
Brother McMurtry should get his cup here soon. Soon as I send it out.
Very good.
Totally forgot.
Hello, Brother Peter.
Hello. Good evening.
And then hello, Pastor. Pastor, we got to get your camera sorted.
I'm telling you.
I'll fix it.
And I got
you.
Can you move that up? And
Well,
then I actually got him in the wrong
you're
spot.
yellow.
Yeah, I know. I got to get mine adjusted here. Okay, so this one's technically supposed to be this guy.
Hi, by the way.
And then this one is supposed to be technically, yeah, that's right. This one is this guy.
Go up. Oh, what happened? What
Dad,
did you do?
You are next to me,
why
right?
No.
You're supposed to be.
Yes, that's where I'm supposed to be.
Go up, David.
Go up, thou young man.
No.
I got it.
No. That's not right. That's technically
You want me
not
to go
right.
up over here?
Yeah, you got to grab that. Yep. Someone adjusted things.
I didn't touch nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sitting
Stop,
in a
too
different
far.
chair.
Too far.
That's why.
David, down. You're sitting in a different chair.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot. Nope,
Oh,
too high.
now I'm a midget.
There.
Nope, too much. Too low.
Whoop.
You're too low. Go up, David. Go up some more, David. Right about there, I think. Okay, I'm gonna make an adjustment.
Oh, it kind of came down after I. Is it still good? Is it still good?
Don't fall off the stairs.
No. Now it's chopped my head off again.
Is it?
Yeah. You need to go up a little bit. Okay. Up.
I think that should work.
Does that fix anything?
Seriously?
Dude.
Is it working?
No.
It's way off.
Okay.
Is it too high? This is so finicky.
Hey, go.
I got it.
It's
Did I
fine.
fix it?
It looks the same as everybody else's.
I did it, everybody. Thank you very much.
Hey, but we still don't have Pete in the. We
Pete's
don't have
there.
David. Oh,
I've
there's
been here. It's
David.
David that's not in there.
Okay. Does that look okay?
This has been an exciting afternoon.
Is everybody good?
Does my hair look good? Is my hair okay?
Yeah. Your hair's okay.
These are what are these, Kaylee? Mountain Dew slushies. Code Red.
Code
Mountain
Red.
Dew slushies.
Sponsored by
It keeps
Will and
Look
Kaylee Reeves.
Mine
going
keeps
on here.
the camera.
Okay. Introductions.
Sorry, everybody. We'll eventually get all of this worked out. It's only episode 3.
Give us another 10 years.
See, the thing is,
Only
before
a
we
quarter of the
start
way
every
through.
season, we make adjustments.
Well, how many thousands of dollars of new equipment do we have this year? $2,000 worth of new
No.
equipment?
About
No.
8?
What?
no,
20?
actually, it's right at about 2.
2,000.
Right about 2.
Yeah, I thought it was around $2,000.
So we have a new camera. It's the camera that's on Dad. Dad, you're killing me.
What? What'd I do now?
You went out of your frame.
It's because I was looking up at my bro.
Okay.
Well, you're still kind of
Bro.
yellowy.
I know.
Bro.
I need to make,
Is it the
make
light?
an adjustment. It is
I
a
can
little
make
bit yellowish.
adjustments here if I need to. Like,
Do you want me
Let
to?
me see if I can change it here.
We're gonna do fire away. Do you want to move to fire away?
No.
while we're doing- no?
We are talking
You
about
guys just gonna
the
have to
equipment.
chill.
We're gonna be on time today, everybody.
yeah.
We're gonna be
Is that
done
what we're
at
talking
6.
about?
We are gonna be done at 6 o'clock sharp.
I'm going the wrong way.
All right, well, let's go to the next segment.
You better click all the way through the last
How about
segment.
that? David, is that closer?
Let's skip to the end.
Yes. I have no idea.
I go to-
Yeah,
It'd
it's
be
a little
nice
bit
if there was like a big monitor on the wall over there.
Because
You
it
know,
really
I
wouldn't
tried
help.
to say that,
It
but
would help, and
we
then
didn't
put
want to
one
spend
over
any
here.
more money.
That way, when you're talking, you don't have to look down. You can look straight.
Hope said
Look at
it should just be
camera.
written in their schedules. The intro for the Brook starts, number 2, adjust all cameras and mess with settings on the live broadcast. You know what it is, actually, on our little schedule thing right here. It says,
This is what happens when JT decides to just lay out. Of
JT's
work for a couple
fault.
weeks.
Twice.
married old.
I have a life and I cannot come.
I do have with me up here in the studio a couple more friends and helpers. But
We're going to get him on TV today?
no, probably not.
Oh, man.
I have gospel tracts in my pocket because I'm
So do I.
spiritual.
Right there. I handed
What?
5
Pete's so
away.
liberal.
All
He's
mine
not
are
even
gone.
wearing a shirt that has one of these.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I hate this.
All the new shirts these days.
Oh,
The Neo shirts.
Neo shirts.
Neo shirts don't have any
you
pockets.
ungodly rebels.
You think about it. If you're a business,
Those are
man,
actually would go good with skinny jeans.
Wait, if you're, I like that. That's a good.
But
shirt.
I wouldn't.
That's a comfy shirt.
Ain't that the truth?
Isn't that a stretchy shirt? Is that one of them stretchy ones? Yeah, them is
kinda.
comfy.
Well, to be quite
You don't
honest
like it?
with my carnality, you don't have to iron it.
Ah.
Because
long as
I
you
have
pull it
one
out of
like
the
it's
that.
got so many
dryer, put it
dots
on.
on it that you couldn't see the wrinkles
Yes.
if you wanted to.
No, I mean this.
Hello,
fabric,
Brother Crawford. Thanks
it
for
doesn't-
tuning in.
You can join us today on YouTube at youtube.com/Canaan Radio.
We're going to do introductions.
Emphasis on the crack
did.
in the voice.
He said hello.
Canaan Radio. We did a little bit of introduction.
Gabe, thanks for mentioning. Thanks for tuning in.
You can join us in the comments, in the live, not comments, but the live chat. You can say hello. Tell us that you're listening. Tell us where you're listening from.
Yeah, if you want
Don't
a
be
mention-
a creep. Don't be a creeper like
Oh yeah,
someone, a
creepers.
certain somebody.
We were
Mrs.
talking
Smith.
about creepers today.
Mrs. Smith.
They
is-
watch our broadcasts.
And they don't say anything. They don't.
In
they don't
unawares.
talk
Who
to
did
us.
you say hi to?
Gabe,
Gabe.
he didn't comment on. He
No, he's
texted
not-
me.
Yeah, where is he?
Gabe.
There's Brother Tyson.
Brother.
Are you talking about
Gabe,
Brother
you need to
Skillo?
text or you need to comment in the chat in order to
Can
win.
I believe he just
$1
said
million.
we're the swamp?
Who's the swamp?
Are we talking Monopoly money?
The swamp.
The check is in the.
Why did he just say the swamp?
I don't know. It's like
I don't even have it up. so I
drain
have no
the
idea.
swamp.
From
maybe.
the swamp?
We're going to drain the swamp of fundamentalism is what we're going to do. Nobody wants to touch that one.
Do I need to go ahead and move on here?
I think we're pretty safe from doing that. What?
During the show, we would love to hear from you. A great way to be in touch with us throughout the show is request a song. You can request a song in the live chat on YouTube, or you can send us a text at 920-940-8275. Don't call. Do not call. If you call, we'll hang up.
I get it, Brother
Just send us a
Tyson.
text.
We messed that up. I'm sorry.
You can also post a tweet on Twitter or send us a direct message on Instagram and Twitter. Peter's camera keeps going in and out.
Yes, I see that. I'm not.
Is the battery low?
Can you just back up a little bit and then stop? I want to see if there's like some sort of weird something
Here,
that's
watch.
going on.
You,
Hang on.
you have to people. You've got to comment.
No, I've got
in
it.
the chat.
Every time I make eye contact with the camera.
That's pretty much it.
Is this Brother Tyson?
Okay.
This is
Guys,
This
I
is
was
a
trying to
slushie.
move into the next segment. What is it? What is it?
JT
Okay.
Crawford, Lincoln, Nebraska, on his way back.
hurry up.
What's
bro.
taking you
Get here.
so long?
Without
Dad's
most of our
camera is
luggage.
still off. No, he's slouching. Are you slouching?
No, I can see myself.
Yes,
Why
Dad
is my
was,
camera
Dad
on?
was sitting.
Actually, we kind of look like it's William, then Dad, then
Hey,
Pete, and
if
then
I,
me.
if I sit like this,
I need to kind of.
I sit like that. Oh, there we go, Dad. That's how you need.
There's
to sit.
no way I'll keep up this posture the whole show.
Yes, but that's.
I don't
how
know,
we were
but
sitting
guys-
when we were getting the.
I'm gonna wait for fire away before I talk about that.
Maybe I should put that other chair back.
I was just gonna say
That's probably what you should do.
I ate too much Chinese food for lunch, and it's a lot of food.
I will say it is a staple for us. Half the reason I think that people actually tune in is to see us make absolute fools of ourselves. His dad walks in front of 3 in camera.
Really, this is actually just a live skit, to be honest.
Unscripted.
What are you doing?
Oh, now I feel like I'm a midget.
Okay, now that's worse.
Every week, Dad complains about his chair.
Oh my word.
What's wrong? Oh my goodness. Okay,
Hang on.
let's go to. Can we go to a break and I fix it?
It is technically
goodness.
the end of this segment. We've been talking about whatever we wanted.
Funny thing, JT, I was talking today about the schedule for Vacation Bible Camp. What?
Why did that just go off?
What?
What is going on?
What is going on? The devil's in the system, guys. We need to stop and pray. It's either that or Brother Perez logged on.
Okay, does that look closer to normal with Pastor Reed's camera?
Yes.
See,
Hey, Brother Perez.
That's an ugly smile. That's like a Joker smile.
I think it crashed. My thing crashed.
your face crashed.
What is going on?
Dude,
Oh.
there it is.
Oh,
The
there it
Brook.
is.
What's Pete's camera doing?
Seriously?
They have the best egg rolls. Yes, sir.
Flash.
Yes.
Thank you, Brother Tyson. Everything looks good. He says
Brother
everything's fine.
Perez!
It's good. It's not flattering.
I know Court's listening, but she's being a creeper. She hasn't commented. Just saying. She didn't comment.
How many Great Plains Baptist College graduates do we have on our chat?
Oh, Bud, we're froze. Oh, never mind.
Are we froze?
No, I paused it.
Dude.
Wait, you paused the whole thing?
I paused
Guys,
my...
see, here's the
feet.
thing. This is the reason we have so many issues. I'm probably the only one in here that knows how to operate any of this technology, and I can't be in all four seats. David can't even keep YouTube running on his laptop.
You know what? I'll have you know. I helped Dad with his YouTube last week.
He unplugged my computer the whole week.
No.
My
Oh,
my
computer's
word.
been draining.
You unplugged it.
Stop.
Okay,
messing with
all right, okay.
Wow.
Okay, we need to move along. Here.
We're going to do introductions.
I already did it.
I never finished my story.
All right, let's go on to our next segment. Thank you for tuning in.
920-940-8275.
That's
8275. And Dad, we're gonna move to the next thing here in just a second.
Here we go.
It's time for Fire away.
Fire away!
Fire away.
All right,
Doesn't mean
here's-
shoot anybody. It means just rapid fire,
Yeah.
whatever we want to talk about. Pastor Reeves.
Hey, Dre.
You know what I want to talk about?
Yes, I do, but you can go ahead.
Gonna be a grandpa.
Good job.
I did it.
Didn't do anything, but good
I
job.
did. My son William and his wife Kaylee are
Yes.
having a baby. She's 7
Get
weeks
on.
old.
Come on, Kaylee.
Come on,
Get on
Come
there.
on, look at this radiant,
Everyone, let's
glowing
give him
face. Look, radiant,
Right, there we go.
radiant,
Oh,
and, radiant and
go,
glowing
go, go, go.
face.
Say hello.
And Kaylee's not bad looking either.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, very good.
Now get off my lap.
Okay. Yes, we are expecting.
That's beautiful.
Ah,
That's awesome.
there's Ethan.
Do you want
there's
a boy
Courtney.
or a girl?
Boy or a girl? I told Kaylee, let's just get twins out of the way.
Wow.
A boy and a girl.
Frick and
Just-
frack.
Get her done.
Triplets.
No, no.
In which case would you want two?
They're
So
all
if
girls.
it's two girls, you're gonna use both your girl names, or
Oh. Dear Lord, please not two girls.
can do rhyming names. You got Kaylee, then the other two names, and the other name, and then Flaley
What?
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 Guess it kicks around a lot.
or Fraley.
Fraley?
Fraley.
We're not going to let Dad be a part of the name choosing
No,
process.
I never wanted to be part of that.
Okay.
Just use
How about
I'm just upset nobody has
How
named
about-
any kids after me yet.
Really?
yeah, if it's a girl.
I got nothing.
Wilhelmina.
Oh, Mrs. Greeley actually put a thumbs up. She's no longer a
She
creeper.
made it, not a
She has
creeper.
graduated from creeper status. Where is Mrs. Smith? That's the question. Names. They want to know names. Are you gonna?
I have names, but I'm not sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to share the names?
Kaylee?
There's Brother
Do I have your
McMurtry.
permission or should I not? No, we don't know. We're not
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
It's Ricky Ticky Bear.
Excuse me?
Brother McMurtry wants to know if we can leave this up for a couple hours. He needs to watch it later. No, this is
We
VIP.
will send.
I
We
mean,
will.
We,
We will
we
get him a
actually
link.
are
got it.
supposed
If
to
you
have
send
the
us
first
money.
two already done.
We'll get him a link.
And linked out. I think we could actually.
We'll link
you know,
you
I
up,
really
bro.
honestly think you guys just could lose those other ones the way they are unedited.
We always cut out.
I think the only thing is
The
cut
only
out
thing
is
we-
a song.
Yeah, we only ever cut out the
That's
song.
usually what we cut out.
Yeah.
We
well, I think
could
you
we
could
just
turn them loose.
should we just do it?
Yeah.
Or is that sloppy?
It is sloppy,
No,
but you guys
we're
don't.
gonna cut the-
you
We're
guys refuse to do it.
we've done it this way for 2 seasons.
That's right. We got to stay professional. Needs to stay professional. Brother McMurtry, if you have my phone number, you want to send me a text, I'll try and get you the unlisted link to let you watch it. Just don't be posting that on YouTube. Or
Don't
post-
do that.
post it. Why not?
I got people contacting me right now, DMing me,
31.
PMing me, and all this other stuff.
The Brook
wanting to know
overtime.
where they're at. And I keep telling them, we'll release.
You know what?
them
I've got
when
it.
we
I've got
release
it.
them.
I've got
I'm
it.
not good. No
Okay.
favors.
Hold
We're
on.
not no
guys,
favors.
I've got,
We don't do
Brother
favors.
Mercury's a good guy.
I have
but he
the
doesn't
solution.
Get a special link.
You know how there are those free, like, a broadcast or podcast, all these different things that you can listen to, but then they have, like,
Paid
the paid subscription version.
If you want to pay for it,
If
send me
you
50
want to go
bucks.
back and watch it, you
Pete,
have
you
to
never look so
subscribe.
good.
You have to subscribe to the Brook Overtime for $12.99.
Is Brother Tyson with us?
Yeah, he's
been
on
commenting.
there.
He's the one that
Tyson.
said $12.99.
I like you. He's got good ideas.
He does.
They said Peter disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes,
I did
yeah,
Yeah, he's back.
I took him off and then put him back.
Oh, Miss
Did it work?
Smith has commented.
Kaylee,
no
are you
longer
Mrs. Smith.
a creeper.
She just wanted to hear her name mentioned. Diana Smith. Wait a minute. Which Diana Smith is this?
Oh, are we on fire away?
Yes.
I wanted to
Technically,
talk
the
about
other one
this.
is just
I
Diane.
announced the up-and-coming child.
The BBC Vacation Bible Camp is coming up. We got our T-shirts. Looks kind of orange in this, but it's red. It's not. It's the real deal. Then this is the kids' versions, and then for our workers, which are like the backstage crew, you know, I got the black staff. Yeah, and what's great about this is it's a black shirt, and it's gonna be 100 degrees all week.
110.
Yeah, so
It's all right. I want to lose some weight anyway.
it's gonna be good. It's not orange for the Tyson. It's actually red.
Oh man,
It's going to be a good week. Whatever. We're
It
doing
is.
the water slide every day, all day.
water
right?
slide.
gonna be good.
100-foot.
Hey, brother David,
What?
in your pocket, what are those right there in your pocket?
These?
Yeah,
They're
show
tracks.
those off.
These are customizable tracks that you can order today for $19.99.
Where can they go?
Each.
Where can they go? CanaanMedia.com/.
.com.
They can
print.
go on doors.
They can go on doors. They can go on
On
people's
tables.
hands. Check this out. Watch.
Whoa. They couldn't
I-
see that on camera.
I'm
at
very
all, but
spiritual. What does it look like when I cross? Oh, that's cool.
Mine is like so behind.
Yeah, me too.
There we go.
But yeah, actually, this is specifically designed for youth class, so it says you're invited to youth class. I used this today. Have a teenage guy, 17-year-old, supposed to be. His name is Damien. He's supposed to be riding the bus tomorrow, and I gave him one of these, and I said, "Yo, see you tomorrow."
So let me just show you this on our
Then-
website.
then-
They
then-
can go to on our website. You can go to bifold tracks. It's canaanmedia.co/print. Go to the website.
Wow.
Whoa!
That's
Go
pretty
to-
sharp.
Let's see here, postcard. Go to postcard tracks, and you've got quite a few to choose from.
3X, please, brother. We got you covered. Just got to get here.
There they are, right there. Teen class invite track. And there's quite a few to choose from. So
Excellent.
yeah.
So
Excellent.
that's the fire away. That is in 1 week. Plus, I'm not gonna
Hey, how did
drive
you do
everybody
that?
crazy with this, but
Does
Courtney's
JT
gonna
know
be
how to
here.
do that?
I
I'm very
know
excited.
how to do
even if nobody else
Maybe
cares.
JT
I
will sit
care.
down here in the
I'm very
future. You
excited
just
about
stay up
that,
there.
personally.
You really know how to operate that there
That's
plane.
because I put it together.
Well, good job.
That's why I know how to operate it.
You want a bozo button or a test a bit?
I just need more appreciation.
Yeah. I'm wondering to be
Brother, did you show the bus one? Just you need to go through and show all the gospel tracks.
You want me to show the gospel track?
Well, there people are like Brother Tyson's like, look at my this is your chapter track. Brother Perez wants to see the bus
David?
track.
Seriously, guys? If you want
Question:
to see it,
when you
have to
say
buy 'em
track,
now.
when you say track,
tracks?
do you emphasize the T? Tracked.
Yes.
Or do
Okay,
you
so
say
what are
track?
you wanting me to show? The postcard
Yeah,
bifold or
postcards.
special events? Which
Just
which
postcards
ones?
is good.
I was just on that one.
Oh, I don't think we have a bus postcard. Yeah, we do. It's the only one we got.
It's
Is
right
that
there,
one on
Church
there?
Bus, right here. It's not
Can
the
you
blue
click on it?
version, but we can customize this one.
The
We can
color?
customize it to match
there,
like your
Church
bus
Bus.
ministry colors.
Oh.
So like
Yeah,
if your
I
church
don't have
has
it
a
with
red-
me, but it's ours is. Does anybody have one? Nobody have one? No. I gave all mine out because I'm super spiritual.
But these are really
I have them in my car.
I actually don't have it. This is all I had in my car.
got some the good news ones.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. Everybody ignored me.
Oh, right there. This is
Are you
one
going to
of
fire
those.
away? I mean, he's just.
Oh, there's
Fire away.
Reboot your life.
We've
track.
been firing away at something. These are
we
awesome
don't-
tracks.
We have one. We really need to move on to the next segment.
Yes, we do. We should probably get moving. Okay, so you can request a song 920-940-8275.
Hey, Gabe, thanks for commenting. I'm proud of you.
David, what about your girlfriend?
I said, everybody ignored me. I said I'm excited about Vacation Bible Camp, but also because Courtney's going to be here, and everybody just ignored. And
Let's
I just
talk more
talked.
about that, David.
I'm just excited. I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic. I'm
Ecstatic or ecstatic?
ecstatic. Ecstatic.
He needs to look that up. Go to
Good.
Static
It's
electricity.
good. It's good.
You can request a song during the show by texting us 920-940-8275 or send us a direct message on Twitter and Instagram using the Twitter handle at Canaan_radio. Radio. Canaan Radio.
See.
Let's play a song, shall we?
Let's
go to a song. What do we got here?
Yes.
What do we
Let's-
got? I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do here.
We
thought
go
you
on
built
to
that.
the
I did
next
build it.
segment
I built it.
or song.
Oh, that's right, we do. We're going to go ahead and play the next song. It's the Vandenbergs' In Time, On Time, Every Time. This song was requested by Lindsay. We'll be right back. Peter has the first mean tweet today. You know, I think we should... Dad, what are you doing?
He's enjoying his caffeine.
A little caffeine.
Oh, my word.
I'm not sure if that flavor combination is
That's
very-
disgusting.
All right,
It's actually not that bad.
David, do we want to just jump right into this one?
We can just.
Okay. Peter, let's go ahead and you can read your mean tweet. Go ahead.
Oh, I get to.
I like this. You have to do this when you say it.
No.
That's how you read
That's
them.
why
We can't
it's
even
in
see
quotes.
him. We can't even see him, so...
Oh, because it's up on the screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Why is it that Christians as in quotes, today seem to place a greater emphasis on their physical health and neglect even the basics of being a separated Christian? 1 Timothy 4:8, hashtag Bible first.
Good.
So.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I don't know.
More
Twinkies.
chill.
Twinkies
My
are
goodness.
awesome. God made us to eat.
No, but he is right. There is a group of Christians out there that are all like,
Yo, bro.
lift,
You
you
lift,
know,
bro?
take care of your body.
Do you even lift,
But they're
bro?
like, yeah,
I mean, they're
but
all about
like,
tweeting out about how they go to the gym
I'm
and
in
how
the
they
gym
eat
and-
right and how they have
I
their
have a
protein
question
shake
about
and
that.
how they
They
have
don't
their-
tweet.
I have a question about that. Do you really think that the place for a Christian to be, especially a male, is in a gym?
Well, hence the separated Christian portion at the end of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, these
Yeah.
guys are like, "Oh, I don't look at the girls."
Yes, because they are blind and they poked out their eyes like Samson.
I just
Either that, or
I just have learned to blur it out.
or they're constantly celebrating.
Did you say you
gym
blurred out?
month.
Yes.
David has
Pride
live
Month.
censoring
Yeah.
on his eyeballs.
Yeah.
So, but you never see those people tweet out about something spiritual like they're.
I don't
bus
understand.
route or
I
all
don't
this other
understand
stuff.
wives. Wives saying, "Go ahead, honey, go to the gym."
You need to go to the gym.
You see my wife, I'm like, "Don't go to the gym, babe."
Yeah. Anyway,
Some people probably could go to the gym.
Get away with it. Thank you, son. I appreciated that. That's
I wasn't talking about you.
That's pretty much what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Next tweet. Ready, William?
Not quite.
Oh,
Almost.
we're waiting. Is that all we're going to talk about?
What? That's all we were going to say about
Oh, I mean, it's good.
Yeah,
we didn't
it's
really
fine.
need to.
I mean,
We're
it's,
we're mad at it.
How many more do we have?
And
Stop
actually,
going
you
to
know
the
what?
gym and eat
10
more
minutes.
Twinkies.
part of that topic we're actually going to talk about today.
Well, why
So-
can't? Well, wait a minute. Oh, we are.
Yeah, because...
Why can't? Well, let me make a comment or two here on that.
Okay, let me put it on.
Comment
Didn't
away.
you?
No,
You already made a
don't
comment.
change it. It's already up there.
I didn't change it.
Oh,
Yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Put it up on the. Okay, I'm sorry,
Thank you, Cody, for wanting to order those new tracks.
dude.
Awesome.
Can you stay on topic?
I'm sorry.
Is
Stay
this
on
the one?
topic.
Nope. It's nope. That, nope.
So my question is,
Nope. Sorry. Go ahead.
What is your question?
are we doing a radio show or we're not?
Go ahead.
What's your question?
My question is, why are push-ups only done at the gym? Can you not do jumping jacks at home and push-ups and sit-ups and curls, and you can't do that stuff at home?
So it is a physical.
You have
fact
to pay
and proven
to go
that
use
if you
somebody
pay
else's.
money, that you don't ever go to a place.
No,
that
I think here's the
and
fact.
the atmosphere
no,
there.
Here's what it is.
tends to give you 150% more.
What kind of music isn't that?
Oh,
They playing
yes.
music there?
Good Christian
I've never
music.
been in,
Christian
so
and
I'm
Canaan
sorry.
radio
Gym?
music.
I've never been to a gym in my
Here's
life.
the thing. It's the concept is you're surrounded by a bunch of people that are doing it with you. So it's like going to church.
Devil's advocate over here. Come on now.
I don't think that one will win very much.
Well, I think it's the same
Wow, Gabe,
concept
thanks.
as guys wearing bracelets and saying that helps me remind me to pray for somebody. I'm like, you got a prayer list? You got paper? Is paper gone? Pen? I mean, I bet you can even step it up and actually put it in your notes on your iPhone. Like, you could say, "Hey Siri, remind me to pray for Bill Tyson." Well, there it says, "Look,
Pray
for Bill Tyson."
Wow.
So
But
you
not
don't
everybody
even-
has iPhones.
I didn't even have to put a
but
bracelet on.
bracelets don't require batteries.
I'm not sure
Oh, my word.
what color of a bracelet I would pick to represent Pastor Tyson.
It is
That's all I wanted to say.
our generation.
I just thought a little
just
more needed to be
doesn't
said about that.
Think
good.
things through.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go to Dad's now?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, it always freezes. Oh, wait. No. Hold on.
Do you want me to read it?
No. Hold on. Hold on.
Most problems in relationships come from thinking that healthy conversation should be no more than 160 characters.
Ooh, that hurts.
You young couples, whether you're dating or you're freshly married, you better learn that conversation is not a tweet. It doesn't come in tweet form. You need to have long discussions. And I would be a proponent for saying to young people, don't get married unless you have had at least one or two good arguments with the one you're dating. And that you talk them all the way through, you work them out. There's nothing wrong with good old-fashioned argument and discussion. And it doesn't have to end with the man winning or the woman winning. It just has to end with the Bible being the leader. But I definitely think that we live in a generation today. I would think it's totally amazing. What a challenge for people to get married and stay off their phone for like a month. Actually have to look at each other in the eyes and have conversations. I'll tweet you. I'll text you.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my thought.
I think the powerful part of that is it says 100 and what was it? 160 characters? And just how much social media has influenced this generation to be less of a communicator, but to have more opinions than ever about people based on the 160 characters that they see on things like tweets and. True. So, I think it's a two-way street there.
Yeah, I feel like because of the generation we live in, when it comes to like social media and pictures and videos and things like that, like communication, actually talking through things, whether they're topics, arguments like you said, or whether just talking about just issues in general, I feel like it's just if it's difficult or hard, they just give up.
Well, new relationships are already being stretched from the very beginning because you come from different backgrounds and trying to find the right verbiage, the right way to express yourself is a challenge as it is. But then after you get married, I mean, it's not like you've known this person your whole entire life and know exactly how they speak. And so having conversations, I think after when you first get married, that it's only dangerous. I think sometimes you can get very frustrated because now you're married and you know, oh man, I'm stuck. And so you either give up on that conversation, and if you do that, in the long run, it's going to explode on you. Or, you know, you have some pretty good doozies of arguments and discussions. The bottom line is I'd much rather fix something on the front end than have something blow up later. So hash it out. There are times where you got to step away. And, you know, cooler heads prevail. But the Bible says, let not the sun go down on your wrath. My wife and I always had a principle that we wouldn't go to bed mad at each other. I think maybe
many sleepless nights, huh?
No, I think maybe there's been 5 times that we didn't observe that, but for the most part, she always comes back and apologizes for all the things that she said to me that were wrong.
No,
somehow I don't work that way.
On the flip side of that, when it
it
comes to social media,
yes,
and people who think they know you or have a relationship with you based off of 160 characters, or that they know
you don't know me.
I'm gonna take that clip.
Just you need more information.
That's right. Social media has definitely not helped us in the area of being better communicators.
No, it's hurt us.
And some would argue, well, less characters means you have to try and articulate what you mean with less words. But it doesn't happen that way. People still abbreviate and mess up the English language. Kind of like our fortune cookies today.
Oh, yeah.
Those
I was going to say
really
kind of like
bad.
our broadcast usually. But.
And, yeah, that too. All right, let's head into a song. Let's do that, and we'll get ready for the next segment. You can call us. No, don't call us. Send us a text, though. 920-940-8275. That is the phone number to send us your song requests, and we will get those requests, play them on the radio. You can also post a tweet, send us a direct message on Instagram or on Twitter requesting a song, and the handle is at Canaan _ Radio. Are you okay over there?
I'm just having fun with the cameras.
Very good. And with that,
Good.
we're going to go ahead and start the next song. The Committed Quartet singing The Lighthouse. We'll be right back. We've come to the segment Open Season, and this week I have the privilege of getting us started in this segment, so I'm going to try and move some things around since I'm up here in the control booth and get my notes out in front of me so that I can stay ahead of the topic at hand. This week, have we been telling the names of each of these weeks?
We
do them?
We have been,
Okay.
sort of.
All right, well, this week is Guilty by Association. And the main focus being the part about association and personal separation. Proverbs 13, verse 20 says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." 1 Corinthians 5, 11 through 13 says, "But now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such an one know not to eat." And then Proverbs 22, 24 through 25 says, "Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul." Personal separation is not a foreign topic here on the broadcast, and today it is no accident that I chose some of these verses for the intro of this segment. You see, Proverbs 22, 24 really addresses the heart of the issue we're going to talk about today, friendship. Many have taken a long, slow path to error via the path of friendship. But before one can become a friend, they must be an acquaintance. Modern media, instant communication, and social apps have created a generation that scoffs at the idea that one should be careful about associations. Likes, retweets, friending, and all actions of the like have caused us to think that they are cheap and inconsequential actions that don't matter, when in fact they do. To take an extreme example, let's say a pastor or an evangelist was to retweet or like a tweet from someone, say someone in the porn industry, just because they tweeted a KJB verse from their account. Anyone who saw that would know that there is definitely something wrong with that pastor or evangelist's morals, and that there is a breakdown of their view of associations. It is so important that we realize the people we retweet, like, and follow show how we think. It shows who we have a propensity to follow and agree with. It's easy for me to take an extreme example to make a point, but it shows that we all have lines of personal separation, and it's very important that we get those lines from the Bible. That's what I wrote for the intro, but I really wanted to make sure that we take some time to talk about defining biblical separation and how some can take the verses about how Christ ate with publicans and sinners and how that was such a problem for the Pharisees, but how we can look at things like likes, retweets, the people and things we associate with, and what that says about our Christianity, what that says about what we believe, and also what it does to the people who follow us, because no matter who we are an example, whether it be on social media or in real life.
I think just about everything. We talked a little bit about this earlier, but I think just about everybody has a line. They all practice some kind of separation. Of course, God encourages the Christian to be circumspect, which is a term that would say more picky, or it's a pretty high standard. Circumspect means to raise that bar and be picky. Ephesians 5:11 says, "And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them." So it talks about fellowshipping. Fellowshipping is spending time with or building relationships with things that are works that would apply to darkness or to things that are wrong. That's easy. It's not a far-fetched jump there. So if there's no, there's just a group of guys out there that would like to say that are okay. So I have a friend who maybe has someone else in that I wouldn't have in. Call that secondary separation if I choose not to be around that person. There are some men that think that way, and I would say that if, let's say Bill Tyson had in, what's that guy's name?
I'm not going to fill in the blank because I don't know what it is.
I don't remember.
I know
Is that
exactly
guy's-
who he's
that
talking
guy's
about.
Skinny, smiles all the time.
JT?
Friend.
Osteen?
Joel
Osteen. Yeah, let's say Bill Tyson.
That's
has-
why I wasn't going to say
Maybe
it, 'cause I didn't
Joel
know where he was
Osteen.
going.
I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
It's been a
Joel
week or
Osteen.
two
Joel
since
Osteen.
I've watched him.
Yeah.
But maybe he has him in. Now that would cause me to have to question my friend about why he would have him in there. And then I'll be honest with you, if no matter what his answer is, because of what Osteen believes and how he lives and how he practices, I would separate from William Tyson. So that would be something that would be criticized, especially if it's somebody. There's some independent fundamental Baptists that have men in their pulpit that I have no interest in being fellowship. I don't want my people around there because that thinking says it's okay, whatever they are, whatever those men did. And so, but I think the Bible supports us living our life that way. And the guys that don't want to live that way and want a looser and freer life to do and go wherever they want to do and do whatever, or go wherever they want to go and do whatever they want to do. Mm. And so, but I think the Bible admonishes us to make those lines very clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And personal friendships, that kind of thing in our movement drives me crazy. I'm friends with a lot of people. But I'm not looking for them to be friends with me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Are you talking about acquaintances, or what do you?
I say I'm friends. I'm saying Bible says if you got to show yourself friendly. I'm friendly with people.
Friendly, right?
So there's a lot of people I talk to, but I'm not looking.
Right.
I'm not looking to go to dinner with them. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking to hang out with them. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to a Southern Gospel music concert with them. I'll be kind and cordial to anyone,
Right.
but I'm not going to build a relationship with that. That's what it says. It says have no fellowship.
Yes.
So fellowship, at our church we spell fellowship FOOD. At the time we sit down and eat. Well, all through Scripture, that's really supported. This breaking bread and eating together, and we're not supposed to eat with people that are either brethren that aren't living right, doing right. So. Mm-hmm. I think it's supported, and I think any serious Christian should stop for a second and ask themselves, why is it that they, are very offended when they're encouraged to break off relationships with people who are going the wrong direction?
That are drawing them away. Because, there's a difference between being friendly and being an influence on them to pull them closer or farther away from the world, closer to God. But there's a lot of Christians out there that just have acquaintances, have friendships that they don't care where it leads them, and they're not caring where they're leading them either.
They're not thinking about it.
They're not thinking about that. They're just thinking about the fun, the good times, the memories that they can have with these people because you share an interest or a hobby. But the interest and hobby often usurps being godly. Often usurps their own standards. So if they have a standard of a certain dress standard or a certain music standard, they'll let that go by the wayside rather than keep the standard that they say they have in favor of a friendship or in favor of just a relationship that they have no interest of pulling that person closer to where they stand.
Right.
I agree. I think the issue is what it does is exposes the Christian who lets those things go as not really having a real Bible reason for their separation as it is.
Right.
And, someone's walking down the street with me in the summertime and I'm wearing a Green Bay Packers jersey. That doesn't say a lot. They could be a Cowboys fan or something, just didn't wear that jersey that day. So it doesn't really say a lot. But if someone's walking down the street with me and I'm wearing a BLM shirt, or a Pride shirt. I wouldn't wear a Pride shirt, but I'm saying, or a BLM shirt, but I'm saying that says a lot. I mean, when you're walking hand in hand with people like that, it's one thing to give them a gospel tract. Our associations and who we associate with and choose to be around, it does communicate. It communicates where we're at and what we're willing to accept in this life is okay.
Yeah, and I think a vital part of that, going back a little bit to what Peter was talking about, is why are you associating with that person?
Right.
Is your mindset only to gain the social aspect of a relationship?
Friendship.
Is it just about, hey, this is my friend because we go out to eat, we do activities together, we hang out? Or do you have a biblical concept in your mind of what friendship is, which, as it says in Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Friendship, biblical friendship in the Bible has always been from the perspective of sharpening each other. And if you go into the people that you make friends out of, or even the people that you associate with, if it is about not only sharpening yourself, sharpening others, but also sharpening the friend that you are befriending, I think gives you a different mindset. And another aspect, I think, of this, when it comes to the fact that people don't really think about this very often, is when you are in an area, grow in an area in this way of thinking about others before yourself, whether that's in ministry, whether that's in leadership, you begin to think about people that are watching you now. So now when you retweet somebody or post something from somebody else's feed, now you're thinking about the people that follow you, whether they be teenagers, whether it be new converts, whatever they might be. Now you're thinking about when they look at that, where will that lead them?
Right.
And I think your standards overall in all areas of your life, whether it's your dress, your association, your music, all of these different areas, I think they heighten when you start thinking about sharpening others, when you start thinking about leading other people and helping other people, and I guess maybe going above and beyond to not be a stumbling block to others' Christianity. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think it makes. I think it's outlined in 2 Corinthians and chapter 6, being on unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteous with unrighteous, and what communion hath light with darkness? The principle is there, and I think we like to ignore that verse so that we can have friends. I mean, all of our social media is based on that premise. Who likes you, who's friending you, who's, it's all associated about how many people you got following you. That's why people say, that Reeves, he's got more people blocked than he's got following him. Amen, brother. I got, actually, on one account, that's our church account, I've got 6,000 people blocked. I'm not lying. 6,000 God-hating independent Baptists, they're against our church, whatever. I'll be honest with you, I block people who yoke up with other people who run their mouths. So I ain't got time for that garbage. I know where you stand.
Deceitful
I don't understand why you blocked me, because I know where you stand.
Deceitful.
Yeah, we don't need to have
I
this.
just came across a verse about, where was that? It was in the Bible somewhere.
That's where verses from the Bible usually are. Just saying.
I really struggle too that some would say that associations don't matter and that it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to influence you for wrong. But when there are so many verses in the Bible that talk about your association, not just in the fellowship, not just with the unbelievers, but also those who say they believe but believe wrong. The Bible gives specific guidelines for that. So to say that there are no biblical guidelines for your association is to dismiss it and say it's not something that you need to worry about, when the whole reason for what we're talking about today in this segment is to bring back that awareness of who you follow, who you retweet, who you hang out with, who you fellowship with. It says a lot about your decision making. And one of the things that I had mentioned earlier today, I don't remember exactly how I said it, but social media is a very public way of associating with other people. Yes. If you want to minister to someone and be someone's friend, but it's not one that's going to be, it's not someone you would necessarily encourage the entire, all of the, let's say pastor has a bunch of preacher boys that, or going to the college. It would not be smart for pastor to retweet the Rolling Stones because he's got a personal friend from his childhood in the band. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying it wouldn't be smart. Because why? He's got a whole group of young people following him, and that just there's a disconnect, I think, with some, not just leaderships and a lot of this generation, that it's a disconnect from thinking that anyone is going to go and look at those people that you follow. I have had so many. I've had that you follow or that you retweet. Here's the thing: I have had so many guys from college or guys that were acquaintances from different places that I've had to contact personally and say, do you know that you're following this Twitter account that's like
Because
all
now
about blasting? And they're like, oh, I just thought that because I saw so-and-so following it. It is a real thing. You are spread. The influence that you have on other people who are following you is real.
You know, that problem doesn't just exist with college student friends.
Right. That was just an example.
I understand that. I'm just kind of, let me finish.
Gotcha.
I'm
Sorry.
going to take it somewhere. It's not just college friends or people in the church. But we in our family have family members that if you look, and they don't agree with where I stand, and they don't have any problem getting on social media and just tearing us up. But if you look at who's following and who they're following, they got porn sites, pornography.
Right.
And I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm just telling you, it's not hard to figure out who's living a separated life and who isn't. And I'll be honest with you, you know, every individual believer has to serve the Lord with all the sincerity of their heart. But I would over and over again tell my children or my grandchildren, you don't want any association with this family member.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even play with. I wouldn't even say, hey, I'll come visit. No, I wouldn't even mess with that. I wouldn't spend any time around that person whatsoever. And if you had to be around them, I'd make sure you were very close to your mom and dad. I would never be, because that kind of stuff does influence you.
Yeah, it does. No matter what, no matter how you try to say it doesn't influence you, it does. It's like the biblical principle: can two walk together except they be agreed?
Yeah, Amos 3:3.
Yeah, they can't unless you can't. It's just impossible. It's a fact. You can't walk with somebody unless you agree. And if you don't agree at the moment, if you're walking with them, you will end up agreeing. So they will influence you.
You're on the same road.
Yeah. So it's just
It's funny how the world has this concept right under. I mean, they know exactly this. I mean, what is it? Any politician, you have those photo ops.
Yeah.
Anybody can get in line.
Yeah.
And they comes back to bite them. Why? And they didn't even know who the person was, but guilty by association.
Yeah.
All it takes is a picture.
It happens.
All it takes, and that's, by the way, a very innocent, in the sense of what we're talking about, situation. Whereas Christians go out of their way to associate and make it known that they're associating with
that's it
these
right there.
wrongs.
You know, I think there's this. This is a very sticky area and it's a very difficult area, and I would acknowledge that, because in everything of life we do are choosing to tie ourselves or associate with something. Okay, so Brother Perez made a comment about Starbucks as in comparison to going to a gym. Well, I think that's faulty thinking. Number one, I go in for a cup of coffee. Everybody knows I'm going in for a cup of coffee. Very seldom does anybody go in for a cup of coffee and leave with a new girlfriend when you're married. But when you go into a gym, it's all about the body. It's all about sporting the body and pumping and muscles and, you know, being all the, you know.
And showing
It's
off.
totally different. I mean, people constantly, I've warned my boys, I said, that's no place for you to be, especially when you're single. I mean, if you're going to go into a gym with your wife, even that's dangerous. So why play with it when you can exercise in your house? I mean, if you're really concerned about your health, most people aren't concerned about their health. They're just wanting a social environment to flex their abs.
If you spend any time, and here's another thing, if you spend any time on social media, it will not be foreign to you the culture that is out there that emphasizes the body as an art form, and how
It's a god.
and how people, here's the thing, and how people who go to gym, I'm not saying, it's not an indictment of every person that goes to a gym, but it's saying, what is the major focus of those who go to gyms? And are you telling me that all the women that go in there dress appropriately? Are you saying that that it's possible for you to be in a gym and not see something. And people would argue, well, you could go outside or go to Walmart and see something inappropriate. But what is the
You're
focus?
going in
What is
for
the
that purpose,
focus
though.
of the gym? The gym is focused on that.
But you already
It's not
know that
like-
before you go in.
I know,
So
exactly. That's
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
make a conscious decision
Right.
to know that that's going to be
It's
there.
sort of like going into
Walmart,
like a water
you go
park.
into Walmart and you get something and come out. You're not going in because you're
Right.
You're not thinking, I can't wait to get to Walmart to check out these babes. Seriously,
No, in our town, you ain't.
You were saying
anybody who shops at Walmart probably
you were
not.
about to say. You were about to say something, David.
I was just saying it's sort of it's somewhat about it is about being prudent and knowing where you're going. You're not going to go to a theme park that's predominantly like a water park because
Right.
Well, because why? Well, they're not going to be dressed right or dressed. Period. So you take precautions. You be prudent, and the same goes between like going into Starbucks or Walmart as opposed to going into the gym. You know that you're putting yourself in a position where you'll be exposed to those things, and so it's about being prudent. It's not just about
Right.
the overall working out, or
Right.
there's that aspect too. But what I wanted to do real quick though is I wanted to kind of reverse a little bit and kind of flesh out or talk about the idea about boycotting, like Christians boycotting different stores.
Oh, boy.
Like,
The extreme
here we go.
of
Well, I'm just-
association.
I think some
the
Christians-
extreme of association.
Yeah,
is what you're talking
I
about?
guess you could say the extreme associations where Hollywood produced recently a movie. I don't even know the name, so I can't remember. But it had all of these reviews about how liberal it was. Was it Disney or was it? I don't even remember. Most of their stuff is liberal. So, but anyway, had a lot of bad motives, I guess, behind it. All these different things. But anyway, so you could go and just boycott all of Hollywood or Disneyland, or for an example, Starbucks has recently, I think they came out in support of abortion or paying for the employees to have abortions or things that obviously none of us would support.
Actually, Starbucks has been nationally known as a very liberal.
Right.
So they have always taken the social agenda, the wrong side of the social agenda issues. Target, when they first started, we didn't know what they were, but as time went on and they wouldn't give churches any kind of support, and then they started the bathrooms,
Right.
the bathroom thing, going in and out of that. I think it's important in every area that a community have a church that's willing to make a statement and then make a stand. I know Brother Tyson, I don't know if he's been back in Target yet, but there's an extreme to that. I mean, we're anti-abortion, but I'm not taking a group of my people down to the abortion clinic to lay down on the ground in front of an abortion clinic.
Right.
I got bigger fish to fry. It's called soul winning, running buses and things like that. I'll put my energy into that kind of thing than I will yoking up with interdenominational churches and.
And I think that also one of the fallacies with that thinking is if you apply that logic across the board to everything that we buy, every place that we go, we would have to be.
You couldn't buy anything
We
anyway.
couldn't do
You need to
anything.
go
We'd have to make our
grow
we'd be
all
Amish.
your food at home.
We'd be Amish, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And I think that's where the balance comes in, because it is you have to look at this from a biblical perspective, and you have to question it. You have to ask yourself, okay, like, am I going into Starbucks to show the world that I support this establishment, whereas going into a bar to get a Coke, what does that say? What does, or someone going into a Target? Here's the thing. I personally have, first of all, we have no Target, but I personally have no reason to go into a Target. It's not like, but I'm not.
Your wife might though.
I'd go into Target. I just won't use them.
But I'm saying it's not like. So here's the thing: if you're driving by,
go into the Target to go to the Starbucks that they have in there.
Well, double whammy,
There we
double
go,
lift.
My point is all across our conversation here. There's lines.
right?
There's line, and all of us guys have these different ways of looking at things. But I think what the premise is, what I started off with, this idea, as a Christian, we need to be looking at what does affect us, admit what influences us, and realize what directions it's taking.
Being
Exactly.
in the world, but
Not of the world.
Not of the world. That principle is
Exactly.
super important when it comes to association and it's in this area that we're applying it. So
Good.
Right.
Brother Perez, you're worrying me, son. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got you, Brother Perez. I can spot that.
400-pound club.
I can spot it, but I ain't lifting it off yet.
I eat that for breakfast.
400 pounds of bacon, maybe.
That's funny.
That's a lot of bacon.
No, but I think you're right, Will. And, I think people just need to stop with their arguments, acting like, it doesn't say anything at all about what they believe. I think you should clarify what you believe.
Exactly. And this is a perfect example. Here's the thing. Does it hurt anybody for Pastor Reeves to talk about how the gym is not a good picture to be sending?
No.
Does it? No. But do you know what it would? It would do? You have more of a chance of a young man falling by you standing up and promoting the gym. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they won't.
So, there's
they
a
won't
difference.
fall because I preach against it.
I struggle with the fact that someone can have a strong stand, and you have more people attacking a strong stand and saying no, or trying to make excuses for why. And I'm not saying that everyone has a bad motive, and that's not what I'm getting at. But I'm getting at this idea that when a stronger stand is introduced and good reasons are given for it, that it's not okay to just be like, all right, sounds good.
Well,
But you have to
theological
actively
guys.
argue against argue against a stronger stand.
Well,
That makes no sense.
okay, what the theological guys that think they're so smart, that don't have standards, they're. I think a good example of that is the church split guys. They think they're so smart, and they have standards. They drink on their podcast because it's in their basement. It's a podcast.
Their mom's basement, probably.
I don't know if it is or not, but
I wouldn't doubt it.
But they drink beer and they laugh about it and call themselves Christians and want to talk about theology. I love the fact that church split guys now and recovering Fundays are eating each other alive. Hot man. Anyway, that's good stuff. But the fact is that they'll try to justify and say that what we call a higher standard is really a lower standard because we can't control ourselves around that kind of thing. So we have we have a lower standard. Yeah, they just try turning everything back on its head, and they'll use verses out of Corinthians, and Paul writes. About stumbling blocks and things like that, and twist that whole portion of Scripture up. But let me just say this. It's not hard to figure out what a higher standard is and what a lower standard is. So if you have a problem with that, maybe you need to go back to third grade. Just my opinion. Second grade. You're probably right, Pete.
Well, maybe it's kindergarten.
He just graduated from second. So.
You know what? This kind of goes into...
We finally got through
Next week, next week, our broadcast, we are talking about...
Is it yours? Is that the...
It is.
Do you even lift, bro?
Do you even lift, bro?
Sure enough.
Is that next week?
That is next week.
Diets and physical care.
You don't want to miss next week.
Yeah.
Look at neck.
Nice.
What neck? I see a chin. Chins. Plural.
I have a...
Oh, man.
So tune in next week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Something like that.
For sure we did.
All right. Are we ready to move on? Is anybody tired of us yet? Maybe. No one's going to answer me. You can request a song during the show by texting us 920-940-8275. We're going to head to a song, The Brothers, Love Down Deep. We'll be right back.
You may wonder.
Welcome to Safe Space. Fluffy, light, soft. Thank you for the bubbles.
Pretty good, huh?
That was great.
Oh, man.
Brother David,
Yeah.
hit us off with some safe space goodness.
My safe space goodness is Camp Patmos and burning stuff.
I was going to say, I don't know anything
That's
safe. I know nothing safe about that.
Yesterday,
but yeah.
got a burn permit and spent like 6-7 hours. I don't know how. It was quite a while just burning junk that we've had piled up at our camp, and it was kind of fun. I mean, I almost singed my eyebrows off a couple times, but it was good. The poor tree that's by the fire is all
Shriveled up.
crystallized. Yeah. So, but no, it's just good. We stayed out there all the way up until it got dark, and it's beautiful out there. Sometimes it's just good to just chill and enjoy God's.
One with nature.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's my safe space for today. It's good.
Safe space.
Pastor Reeves, do you have a safe
I'll
space?
go last.
You'll go last.
Yeah.
Peter, Give us some safe space.
Well, today I was able to steal some bus kids.
Whoa, that sounds not
Oh, that
safe.
was very safe. Actually, no. So they used to come a while back on the west side. Liam and Kira, I think, found them today.
Oh, awesome.
It was great.
Lord.
Where were they?
They were on my side.
They moved from.
He's not going to
Yes,
say.
apparently they've been living there for like 2 years. And
Really?
No one had. But anyway, they're coming on the bus, or at least Kira is going to be coming on the bus tomorrow morning. and
Sometimes
they've
you
signed
wonder
up
if
for
people know what a phone
camp.
is, or
You'd like to know.
You got to track them down, you know.
Yeah. But anyway,
Praise the Lord.
She was. Their mom was like, "Oh yeah, they missed going." I was like, "Okay, good. Praise God. We'll see you in the morning."
sorry,
it was
I
good.
had to keep it positive.
Yeah.
I was a little negative that
Yeah.
one night.
That's the positive thing was that we stole them because West Side lost them, so it's okay.
It's okay.
Be nice.
Oh, we had that all.
We were good.
David's.
We
All
did
right.
that on purpose so that we could grow your route.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank
2
you.
years in progress.
That's honestly I
That's
feel like the advantage
it's a
of
love
the center
planning right
route. The
there.
center route really does catch a lot of people.
The center route is like the,
It's a catch-all. I'm
yeah,
telling
you just sort of get everybody kind of going and
right. Okay, my safe space before you close things out. Today we had some great visits. Mine's along the lines of visits too. Today we had some great visits. I went out with Brother David today, and we got to find another family. We got to find one family, right? They had moved.
yes.
We get to find a family, and then we had how many visitors, David? Did we?
Have a teenage guy supposed to be coming. Teenage girl. Well, she's 12. She's supposed to be coming. But I've been working on getting her to her and her sister to ride for like 3 weeks. Actually, Brother Perez, if you're still listening, it's one of the visitors that we talked to when we went out soul winning. So she's supposed to come, and then 2 other kids, Randy and I think it's Sarah.
So how many is that? 5, 4?
And then her mom is supposed to drive in
Oh,
too.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she was coming for the meat service.
Yeah, and she doesn't even believe in the Bible.
I told
so
David.
that's pretty
David
good.
said he's been working on these folks for quite a while, and he said that they're all coming tomorrow.
That's
Don't
going to
say
be,
that.
a-
Don't
that's
say
gonna
it.
be a
That's
great
because
day.
I went with him.
Yeah, I know you.
Because
So I'm taking some credit for those visitors. But that wasn't my safe space. My safe space was actually, Kaylee normally goes with me, but she went with Mickey today, and they got to go by and visit. We have some kiddos that have been coming for a while, long-term projects, and they have friends that move from out of the country all the time.
Wow.
And Kaylee got to lead one of the friends to the Lord. Her
Wow,
name was,
praise the Lord.
McKinley, right? Michaela.
Are
close.
these folks from South Africa?
They are.
Wow.
They are. So,
I think we're winning all of South Africa to the Lord.
yeah.
At least the ones that.
That's
come
right.
to North
Seriously.
So, but
Be
they're
a missionary. Come to North Platte.
She's supposed to
Be a
come tomorrow.
missionary every day.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Anyway,
Thank you.
I'm just being nice.
She's supposed to come tomorrow, ride the bus along
Good.
with Anel. So we'll see her tomorrow. That'll be exciting. But that's a great safe space for me, Pastor.
Yes. 54, knocking at 55. August. In August, 55. I'll be 55. In the ministry over 25 years as a pastor. And the older I get, the more I realize how important it is to pass on to the next generation. How much being kind to someone else will influence you more than it will influence them. The Bible says, and be kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. That's the standard. We will preach sermons out of that. But I think sometimes, because of the nature of our movement, Independent Fundamental Baptists, they used to call us fighting fundamentalists, and I think one thing I'm learning as a pastor almost 20 years here is you learn to smile at people and wave at them, be kind to people. That's important because, would Brother House say be kind to everyone because everybody's having a tough time? Somebody signed off his radio program like that. And I think going through college hearing that, I just thought, well, that's a nice little ditty, little saying. But I think the longer I pastor, the more I realize that even in our Christian realm, even in our environment of seeing the brethren day in and day out, I think so often we get so self-centered that we don't think to be kind to those that are around us. And I really am challenging everyone, myself included, to be kinder,
Gentler.
gentler. sweeter. Learn to smile when you see people.
Yeah.
And I've learned that a lot of times you can have an idea in your head about somebody based on something they did or said or the way they look, and you could think that they think something about you. And you just, if you greet people, greet them with a kiss, greet them with a holy kiss, greet them with kindness in your heart. I think your attitude will,
Like this movie.
it will actually change who you are, and in turn give them the opportunity to respond properly. So I just want to encourage you to be kind.
That's good.
Right, Will?
That is good.
When
Can I
confronting
have some bubbles, please?
wonderful people.
Hey, I was kind.
No, you were. Because you'll never know what you'd find.
You know what's funny about that is, so I worked at the hospital for a while, and when you first do their intro stuff, they have this rule. They call it, I think it's the 10-5 rule. Between 10 feet and 5 feet away from someone, if you're walking down the hallway, it is a requirement that you
Yes.
smile and say
Yes.
hello.
Yes.
Because they want to create an atmosphere.
I would say not everybody's real good at doing that.
No, they're not.
But I have noticed when they've done it, when I've gone in to visit or go
it
see
makes the
mom or
difference.
something.
It makes the difference. And if the world has got their finger on what makes a good atmosphere, or like a good place where you feel like everybody actually wants to see you, maybe it'd be good to try and be that as a Christian.
I wonder if sometimes people aren't kind because they think that they'll miss their opportunity to complain.
That is so funny you say that. David and I stopped at a house today, and there were a few older ladies in it. They were looking at this. Every time David asked a question, they went from, well, no, but my back's killing me. It was just like, it was like everything was like complaining about so-and-so or giving like some deep.
But that has to be years of
I'm like,
conditioning,
my
right?
Goodness, these folks are full of the joy.
But that's years of conditioning. And I really think that maybe in our minds we think, life's short, so you don't get really a lot of time with other people. And what you want to do is you want to share all your burdens so that they can lift your burdens, so they can make you feel better or whatever. I just think that if you're willing to sacrifice that and not have to tell someone that what your problems are, and you're just kind to them, I think God just ministers to your spirit. And we have the 2 daycares in town, and working with the new daycare at an expanded, a lot larger facility. In the first month, we have hit some growing pains that we've never really had before, and trying to figure out what is going on. And what it ended up doing is it ended up being such a challenge to our workers that our workers began to respond based on how that growth was affecting them, and it wasn't pretty. Well, past week, we had a meeting, and I said, y'all need to get each other's back. You need to have each other's back. You need to have your director's back. You're a team. You're a family. And my daughter told me, she goes, "Well, it's such a different spirit, just a whole different spirit on Thursday and Friday, and things go better." And that's Friday. They had another meeting. They found out some of the changes that were going on. But even before finding out what the changes were, it was amazing just the encouragement of telling them, hey, y'all are Christians, you ought to love each other, you ought to be kind to each other, have each other's back, how that changed the spirit within the short period of time between that meeting and the meeting they had yesterday. So I just really think there's something. The longer I live, the more I think, you come through a house, husband, into your home, instead of coming in complaining, come in with some joy. Same thing, ladies. Instead of unloading on your husband the first time you see him of all the bad things the kids did, maybe put that off as a secondary thing and just maybe greet him and love him, and I don't know, just be positive. Does that make sense, Brother
Good.
Pete?
Positive the kids were horrible today.
That was good.
Amen.
Are we ready to sign off, guys?
I think so.
All right. We want to thank everyone for joining us for this episode of The Brook. We hope you'll join us again next week, the same time, the same place, for another fun-filled show. David, Pastor,
See ya.
Peter,
Have a good night.
it's been good. Myself up in the booth. JT will be with us next week.
Yes!
things should return to some form of normalcy. We'll see how it goes. But until then, we would like to sign off tonight. You can find this show in podcast form on our website, on YouTube, and anywhere that podcast can be listened to in the future at some point when we get to it. Don't forget.
Thanks everybody for the chats.
Yes, thank you for joining us in the live chat on YouTube. Please invite a friend. Numbers were up this week. We appreciate those who tuned in, give us a little bit of their time, a lot of their time, because we always take more time than we probably should. Don't forget, you can like and subscribe if you join us today on YouTube. And before we go, we'd like to leave you with this week's verse. That is Brother David bringing it to us.
Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
And with that, we're going to sign off with a requested song. Gabe requested To Count for Jesus, and we will see you all next week.
Amen.
All what there
The Brook, a ministry of North Platte Baptist Church.